Hello, this is Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. I just spoke to Reverend Nifemi, my vice attorney, shortly. Okay, let me see. All right, so I just communicated with him right now. So he should be joining us shortly. He said, I should tell you, Emma Bino, something happened. So he had an emergency. So you guys can join us back now. I'm just trying to write that out there. So let's see. Nifemi, Reverend Nifemi, Attorney Nifemi, if you're here, let me know. Thanks for Amina, welcome back. I see all of you. If you're here, like and share. So what happened previously is somebody reported us to Facebook because they wanted the program to be blocked. Hoo la la, it's not gonna happen. And guess what? We can afford going off of Facebook if things happen. We can always do things somewhere else. Nifemi is here. All right, let's see. Nifemi is here, so I'm just going to see what to do here. All right, let's see. Nifemi is here. My baddest attorney, Reverend, is joining right now. So I'm good. How you doing?
How are you?
Good evening.
Fine. Good evening.
Abi, it's morning here, almost afternoon. But alhamdulillah, I'm just trying to set it back here. So previously I was on, and when we were waiting for you, somebody reported the page to Facebook because they didn't want the program to hold. So, but we're here. It's going to happen. Bon fair, bon cop. Ashi sorrow. Then you will fake our sorrow. Ashi sorrow. So, I sorrow, so okay. Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah.
So everybody, welcome. If you're here, click on like, click on share, click on love, so that my baddest attorney and Reverend will teach you how to spot a narcissist partner today. Okay? All right, over to you, Reverend Nifemi. Thank you, everyone. I see Falak here. Everyone, Nicole is here. Zainab is here. Awesome.
I can see my. Let me first greet my good friend, the colleague.
Whoever you want to greet.
Let me first greet my good. Let me first greet my friend,
awesome.
Nicole. Thank you for joining. So let's speak on understanding a narcissist. Narcissist people are naturally manipulative in nature, and they possesses a very, very manipulating tendency. For example, if a narcissist is actually someone, thank you, Nicole, I can see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's go on. If a narcissist is someone you're dating, then I can say that you are in a very wrong place, because naturally, narcissist people they are wicked in nature, and they use your good points to punish you. For example, a narcissist will not want to say, "I'm sorry, I've offended you." Instead of the person saying, "I'm sorry," you will be the one saying you're sorry at the end of the day. That is why it is very good for people to be very careful when you want to get into any relationship with someone, because it's a lifetime. And so I actually wanted to ask me questions, actually. Excellency, I wanted to ask me questions so that I can be.
I do want you to go ahead. Feel comfortable to go ahead and teach them whatever they need to know about a narcissist. Let's just move on that way. Okay.
All right. So
because why I do want them to be educated. Okay, go ahead.
A narcissist is someone that is
why I do want them to be educated is because my African community are always being gaslighted. so they do not know who a narcissist is. A lot of
mm,
times, the victims usually see themselves as the perpetrator, and this has to stop. The community backs up the perpetrator
mm.
because, of course, he's a narcissist. He knows what he's doing, so he knows how to manipulate other people into believing that that victim is at fault even when the victim is not at fault. So that's what I want you to educate them today, so that they don't feel that victim blaming and all that.
All right. Let me cite an example of a narcissist. For example, if you are in a relationship whereby your partner does not see any good in you, even if the partner is at fault, but you are the only one always apologizing for what the person is doing, the person is a narcissist. If you are always at
Mercy.
the um, if you're the only person, yeah, if the person actually uses the good part of you to punish you, for example, he knows, oh, my baby will beg me, oh, my husband will beg me. Instead of you to say I'm sorry, and he is or she is the only person apologizing, trying to make things work, he's a narcissist. And narcissists also are very manipulative in nature. They possess this manipulation. For example, if um the person noticed that you leave and you're about going, he's going to paint you black to people, and he's going to say something bad, and people will be like, oh, oh, this person is very bad, and he's using that to tie you down in that relationship. He's a narcissist. He knows, oh, if this person goes, I'm going to be at the losing end. And so the person's going to just go out, paint you black to people. You know what? Why they are doing that to people, they're also like petting you. So you won't know, oh, this person is actually gaslighting me. They will like he's going to be doing you at your back, because when he does that at your back, people will like see you as a bad person. And instead of people seeing the person as a bad person, it is you that people will be seen as a bad person. A narcissist can have a particular look, it can have a particular structure. A narcissist does not mean it does not mean you go to church, you preach on the altar. A pastor
An
can be a
imam too
narcissist.
can be a narcissist.
An afa can be a narcissist. And yes, that's what I'm saying. An imam too can be a narcissist. So it's not so it is not about religions now. No. It's about a personality. And how do people become narcissists? It can be hereditary. It can be from habitual character. It can be from friends. The friends you keep determine the kind of person you will become. For example, if your father does not know how to even say sorry to your mother, you can grow up becoming a narcissist. And instead of you saying, I'm sorry to your wife will be the one saying sorry every time, every time. You say, oh, Daddy, what? He will not say sorry. So let me just beg him to let peace reign. No, you don't have to stay in such relationship. You have to go. So narcissists are everywhere. And it can be done, it can be inherited, it can be hereditary, it can be from friends, it can
However,
even be from
let me jump
advice.
in.
So people advise
Narcissists
people
are
to
not
be bad.
born, but like you said, they they are made through watching someone doing it, or it could be just them
Yeah,
making themselves a narcissist.
yeah, that is the point. No, see, even if you are born with that kind of trait, it's a temperament. Even if you are born with it, you can learn it. You can learn to overcome it. If you are a very, very angered person naturally, you can try to be yourself. You can try to calm your anger. If you have an anger issue naturally, and you don't, if you're a bossy person, if you don't apologize to people, if people upset you, you don't say sorry to them, you don't apologize, you can learn to say, I'm sorry. You can learn to say, I'm sorry. To be real to yourself. Put yourself in the shoe of your partner. what you are doing to the person. Can you take it? Partner to go through hell, and that early situation the partner is going to is what is giving you joy. This is very bad. How can someone you claim to love, be experiencing pain in the relationship, and you will be the one receiving the joy, and the person is going to pay? How can a person be the one paying and you have your own money, the person is actually tired, and you are happy that the person is tired, and you drain the person? You're a narcissist. So we must be careful. And how can you avoid entering into a relationship with a narcissist? You have to give yourself time. You have to know that time changes. Time reveals people. Time is a revealer. Study the person. Don't just jump into it. See, I have to tell my counselors, my mentees, to actually um, stay like 6 months before you say yes to someone. Don't just jump into saying yes immediately. The person, you will know, oh, this person is not just.
Can I come in a
So
little bit?
time reveals people. Time.
I said, on that note,
said,
a narcissist, no matter how long you give a narcissist, if they choose to play for years, you'd never know who they really are. If they choose to play. Sometimes, no
you
matter
will
how
see
long
the
you
sign.
know them, you might not know who they really are.
Your Excellency, you might not see everybody in life. You don't know. See, before you enter into marriage with people, you don't know them enough. No matter how years you spend with people, with your partner, I've been dating the person for 6 years, it does not matter. What matters most is the fact that you are able to see some flaws and you can cope with the flaws. You can be able to detect, oh, this person is this kind of person. Oh, this person is not this. So no matter how you stay with friendship, in relationship, you cannot know a person enough. It is until you marry that you'll be seeing some signs that, so my partner is this. Oh, my partner is that. But the point is that no matter how you study a narcissist, there will be an iota of signal. It is a behavioral pattern. It's a mindset. It will show. And if it shows once, you may like, oh, it's not. The second time, it displays that kind of attitude. The third time, you know, oh, this person has this attribute. Well, anyway, a narcissist can still change. Everything about life is a mindset. If you believe, oh, I want to change. Oh, I don't want to be manipulative again. Oh, I don't want to manipulate. See, when you see someone that is actually manipulative in relationship, it manipulates you around, it makes you do what you don't want to do so that he or she can keep person and narcissist. And you must be very careful and you can identify a narcissist from the attitude, from the behavioral pattern of what they display. So I would just want to say this to people that everything changes with time. Time itself changes nothing. Relationship is for goal, commitment, compatibility, is for growth, is for caring. Relationship pattern is not for egoistic people. So narcissists are naturally egoistic. Narcissists try to pull you down. They will try to picture so that people can see you in a bad light. They gaslight you. So if you notice that in your partner, please move away from such relationship. Please don't be tied down with, oh, my mommy has known him, dad has known him, oh, my uncle has known him, oh, my auntie has known him, oh, my sister has known him. No. Don't allow that to weigh you down. Please move on with your life and pick the piece of your life and go on. And I'm very sure that God has a better person for you. So don't allow anybody pull you down. Don't allow anybody to weigh you down, and don't allow anybody to manipulate you. But see, that's why you have a sense, and that's why we have sense organs in our body. Everything is for signal. Study your partner very well before you say yes to the person to avoid stories that touches.
Yes, I'm right here.
Excellency, are you there? Ask me questions, please. Ask questions.
Okay,
Let's
so
interact. Let's talk
if we
about
do, okay, like
issues.
yesterday, we did have a program where I brought this Iririaye, the Labarin Junior, like a real life story.
Okay.
So it was about the guy that used someone for papers and all that. I'm sure we talked about that previously yesterday. So people like
Yeah,
that,
sure.
what do you think they
Okay.
are? And in those instances, I know everybody said,
People like,
go ahead.
people like,
I know when we talked,
you said like that
yeah,
use someone
like
for
I
ritual,
use
right?
someone for ritual. Exactly. Thank you, referent. So we know that
Those ones are
happened
not
with
narcissists.
the
Those ones
jazz
are wicked.
that made her, get married to this guy. But can you educate us more about how people like that,
Those ones are wicked.
operate? Because right now he's into like even blackmailing her and doing all sort of things like with threats. Imagine.
Okay.
It's like you're breaking up. I'm not sure if I can see you, but I can't hear anything. I don't know if you guys can hear him. Okay. All
I
right.
can hear
So
you.
can you educate us more on how far people like that will go, just to have their way in having other people think, people like
what?
like the guy that we talked about on the other program, about how he used
Okay.
someone for papers and all that.
Okay. The point is just that narcissists cannot, they can't go far. They can't stay in can I say, a relationship, because they begin to have broken relationship all around, because there's no how you push someone to the wall that the person will not react. So when you use someone, when you manipulate people to achieve your aim, it cannot last. Such um such stuff that you gained from manipulation cannot last. Even God frown at it. God hates it. God does not love us to manipulate our friends, our family members, our parents, our loved ones. So when you derive from people's sadness, from people's manipulation, you just manipulate them, and you think you can go far, you can't go far. Even my Bible told me that he that generates wealth illegally will leave it at the current time. So talk of someone that is now manipulating people, it's your wife, someone you claim to love, your education, your everything, just to have your way. That is wickedness. I told my friend, I told our ex that that person needs to be arrested. But she said, oh, we should leave. I said, no, we need to arrest the person. It needs to face the law. It needs to face the total wrath of the law. That is crime. That is telling under false pretense. Don't do that to someone you love. Love is not wicked. Love does not say you should manipulate your partner. In fact, you can be open to the person. Oh, I don't have cash. Can you help me? Can you borrow me? And if the person has a cash, it's better give it to you. So some are from the pit of hell. Such actions are manipulative in nature. It is very, very bad. So God does not love it. He does not love that. He does not love that. It is not good enough. So we should stop acting wide. Relationship is for growth, it's for compatibility, it's for success, it's for two parties coming together. You don't have to be a narcissist. How will you see your how I don't understand. I don't understand. People are heartless. What do you want to derive from seeing your partner sad? Why will you drain someone's daughter? Enough, finish. Why will you drain someone's son just to make your way? God hates that. It is bad. It is crime. It is the highest form of man inhumanity to man. We must stop it. It is very bad. It's not good enough for us. We should stop. The legal attitude is not good. God hates them. God hates it. So let's stop it. Let's stop it. Please, let's stop such actions, and God will help us.
Can we also tell them things that narcissists do? Like sometimes they would isolate, their victims at the home, because if they're not having their way, like you said, a narcissist cannot stay in a relationship. So they always switch. Because if you're not fueling them, they need gas. They need that fuel to keep going. So if they cannot get that, it's a problem. So they need to know more about how, what to look out for. Because I know one of their best things to do is to gaslight you, like you said, and maybe move into another room just to make you feel like you're the crazy one, so that you can keep begging, because that's what they're good at. And they're always good out there to make other people look that, they're nice. But indoor, they are horrible. Like yesterday, when I had the program, I did let them know that that particular guy that we talked about, that jazzed that lady, has another guy who happens to be pushing him that, right on. What I said in Yoruba is, I'm saying it in Hausa again. So he has other people, not just that guy. He has other people backing him up, telling him, it's not a new thing. The first person to know in your full way. Like, it's not a big deal. So when we have a lot of narcissist people around that are encouraging him to do this, I know you said he needs to be arrested. I know you said, they all need to be arrested. But this guy, what he's trying to do, he's trying to form other things that will put other people in trouble. You know what I mean? So I want our viewers to have that sense of, okay, this is what I have to look for at the home. I know you talked about a lot of it, because sometimes I'll have women call me and they'll be like, oh, I asked, I cooked, I did all the teriba, but, he's still complaining. Sometimes, like I said, no matter what you do, you can never keep a narcissist. There is nothing you can do. And a narcissist is not just a female or a guy. You have them in both sexes. The woman or man or anybody can be a narcissist. Like I said to them yesterday, that's why I respect my American people. They know they do have mental health problem. They seek help. They find a counselor. They find a therapist. But in our own African society, it's like we find people in denial. Oh, they're not even in denial. They know they're gaslighting you, but they just want to continue because, like we said, especially when the person is a guy, he believes, I'm a man, I can remarry. You are a female, and if you keep marrying, people will think you're the problem. But guess what? I love it now that women are waking up to be like, I'm still intact, even if you feel, I remarried. But that has been the mentality of men manipulating women, that I'm a man, I can move on at any goddamn time with another woman. So with people like this, how do we go? And I would want you to also talk about jazz, because there's a lot of jazzing going on right now, so that people know that a narcissist will go any length to get what he wants. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm looking at the
You,
comments. That's why my
like
head is down, so
see,
you can keep talking. But I'm looking at what they have.
I can see my I can see my I can see my twinnie coming in. Emmanuel D. George, thank you for joining. Thank you so much, sir. I'm so honored to have you here. Um, you see, let me tell you 5 things narcissists do. One, narcissist manipulates you. Two, narcissist gaslights you. Three, narcissist makes you feel bad about yourself. Four, narcissists are never, they will not, they can never accept or see any wrong in their doings. Five, narcissists are people who believe that without you, they can survive. So, and most times, narcissists believe that without you, they can survive. They are full of themselves and they are very corny in nature. So when you have such kind of thing in you, or you have someone, a partner that experiences that exhibits such attitude, it's not far from narcissist. And also, you talking about jazz. Um, there are some cases whereby people naturally, even people who are not narcissists, just their partner, they bewitch them. Maybe they want to take money from the person, they want to take money from the husband, from the partner, from the wife. So they believe, oh, if I use money, if I use jazz for this person to work, so the person begins to drop, dropping it for the partner. Yeah, it happens, and that is not particular to narcissist alone. It's for it can happen to anybody. Can People can go extreme to actually jazz their partner and to take something from them because maybe they believe, oh, if I do this if I jazz my partner, give him money, maybe not actually, and person does not give enough, so they believe, let's do this for the person. Let me jazz him, and if I jazz this person gives me money. This person does that. That one is also part of it, but I don't really believe that it is particularly excluded to narcissists. They do judge their person, their partners. So that I will not accept that it's only narcissist that does that. People does that a lot. And if you are doing that to your partner, I will actually advise anybody that is doing that to their partner to stop it. Because it comes to a time that that jazz will expire. And then if it does expire, you know the repercussion. When your partner knows who is this person. So this so it's and apart from that, it is very ungodly. God does not expect us to jazz our partner. God hates that. God does not want you to use jazz on your partner. God wants you to use love, not jazz. Love your partner, care for them, wish them to be their cheerleader, grow with them. And that is what God expects from us, not using jazz. Jazz does not last. It is a shortcut. Let us begin to avoid shortcuts that can cut shortcuts cut short one's life. So we should stop doing that. Build your love life, build your partner, go on a journey with the person. I can bet you that the best version of yourselves will emerge, and the future will be brighter than the crystals. Over to
Okay.
you.
So why I talked about jazz is because a lot of cases that I'm getting these days,
Are you hearing me?
people getting married, not even knowing, they're like, I didn't love this guy. I don't even know how the hell I got married to him. Found myself married to this guy. You know, they did a lot of things that they did not do consciously. Of course, if somebody jazzes you, you're unconscious. You don't know what you're doing. So definitely, you will just be, when they say left, you are left. When they say right, you are right, you know? Sometimes people will say you're not praying enough. But sometimes, no matter how you pray, these people too would always try their best. Just like I always say, I'm a Muslim. I believe whatever God does not have his hand in sometimes would never happen to you. But sometimes I say to people, God lets things happen just so that maybe he's rescuing you from something else, or maybe he wants you to face that trial and see how you're going to maybe run more to him or not. What do you think about what I said, Nifemi?
Yeah, you see, that is the problem of jazzing your partner, because at the long run, the jazz will expire. So, and when the jazz expires, and that is the end. It shows that there is no relationship in the first, and it shows that everything you built is on fraud. And in fact, I'm sure the courts can cancel such marriage because it is built on pretense. It is not built on true love, it's on jazz, and jazz is not love. So, jazz, we should stop. Most especially Africans, we should stop jazzing our partners. We should stop using jazz. It does not, and it does not represent the African continent well. And two, it is very, very ungodly. And three, it is an aberration. So when you jazz people, you jazz your partner, what do you stand to gain? That is selfishness. It's not selfishness, that's selfishness. So we must stop it. We must stop it. When you say you are jazzing your partner, you want to use jazz to make her love you, to make him love you, it does not last. Anything God does not give does not last. Anything God does not give can never last. It is only anything that God gives that lives and lives and lives forevermore, that lasts longer. So anything you use your hand to achieve deceitfully, illegally, it cannot last. Even look at people that do money rituals. You say maybe it's only for 4 years, 5 years, and at the end of 5 years, they're gone. But look at people that work hard, their ends, that toil to make their money. They enjoy the money without any problem. So when you use jazz on your partner, when you use jazz to collect a partner, I can bet you such marriage or such relationship is already on an expiring date. It cannot last. So I want to advise all of us watching me live, please don't do anything illegally to be in relationship. Please, please, just make sure if you don't see a partner yet, believe that God is making the best for you. The best will surely come out at the right time. My Bible told me, he said, at the appointed time, the vision will speak. He said, write it down. Even though the vision does not speak at the beginning, your vision will surely speak at the end. So you don't have to put yourself in a mess just to get a relationship. No, work on yourself, be the best version of yourself, pray to God, and God will surely give you the right partner. So just for me is a no. Thank you.
And can we also let them know how good, like, those narcissist people tend to be out there?
Yeah, outside narcissists are always very good. They're always pretending to be the best. Always, it is part of manipulation. Their goodness is for manipulating. So they manipulate people. In fact, they can manipulate your parents against you. Because people, I don't know that Dele is like this. So, oh, he's very kind now. Don't know that he's a narcissist. So they can be good outside with people. They can do as if they cannot finish one pap, as if they're the best. As if you put water in their mouth, you meet the water there in the That is narcissist. They can just behave as if they're the best fashion of themselves. But everything is for manipulation. It's just to manipulate you, to make you feel like, oh, to make people feel, oh, this person is good, this person is best. So they won't really have the experience of what you are facing out your house. You know, you are the one that is sleeping with masses. You are the one that is seeing him. You are the one that is waking up with him. You are the one that is going out. People they just see him once in a while. So at that time, you pretend to be the best to people. But it is you that know what you are passing through. As a psychologist, they will read people's psyche and penetrate that to make people feel like, oh, they're the best. And whereas they are the one gaslighting you outside the people.
And they tend to read a lot of books too.
Yeah, narcissists are readers. They are versed. You know, if you want to manipulate people, you have to be versed. You have to know what you're doing. You have to. So they use every available means for them to manipulate people, to manipulate you. So that's just it. So they read, they check the internet, they have friends, they seek advice from, they tend to be intelligent, they tend to be wiser than you think.
And
So
they
that is
tend
just
to
narcissist
buy
for you.
clothes to show off that they are doing well, even when they're not doing well.
Yeah, and also, yeah, they try to pretend to be who they're not, trying to show themselves to people, trying to
Isn't that
just
what
make people like
Yorubas
them,
call Fawaraja,
whereas
right?
they're manipulating. That's what yeah, that was it. Sure. Power Raja. Although no, it's not all narcissists. Even people too who are not narcissists too can be Power Raja. But you know, narcissists are always people who are manipulative. So and they don't say sorry. They don't say I'm sorry.
Okay, I think you're breaking up. Yes, they do not say sorry because they don't care about you. They feel you should always be the one saying sorry. I think his network is going bad again, but I'm just talking until when he gets back. They don't care about you. They don't say sorry because they feel you are the one that needs to be sorry. In a narcissist world, okay, I just lost him. In a narcissist world, you should be the one saying sorry, you know, because they feel at that point you are their mercy. So when you're dealing with a narcissist, like Reverend and my baddest attorney told you, you need to find a way out because there is no going back. With them, no matter what you do with a narcissist, you have not done enough. You will never do enough. So it's just like pouring into a basket. Would you ever achieve anything? No. That's the life of a narcissist. So if you do have somebody, like I said, I believe in helping people with their mental health. So I'm not condemning people that, okay, they are narcissists, you're not supposed to be with them. But in my African community, we do know we have those people that are refusing. Okay, I think Nifemi is back. Let me see if I can bring him back. I'm just trying to see if I can bring him back. Nifemi, I see that you're back. I'm sending a request, but it's not going through. You can send a request to join back in. Okay. My brothers, economist Emmanuel, I see you watching. Welcome on the program. Olawale, welcome on the program. Aisha, welcome on the program. Popola, my baddest friend, welcome on the program. Zainab, Yakubu, welcome. And Amina, welcome. Folake, welcome. If you're seeing that, Nifemi, I'm trying to add you back on, but it's not letting me. Okay, I'm adding you now. All right. So I'm adding him now. Hopefully we'll get through this so that he can educate you more on the narcissist. All right. He's back on the show. Okay. Welcome back. Hello? Uh-oh. I cannot hear you. I'm not sure if they can hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. Awesome. Good. Thank you, dear. Okay, yes. Network issue can be anywhere, so that's allowed. Let me come in on there, Anifemi. Sometimes these nurses don't have anything, no. So it's not all about
From
money.
that, you
Sometimes
will
they don't have
know
anything.
this person is a narcissist. From that, you know this person is a bad person, is a being. Relationship most times should not be about money. Yeah, as I
And
said,
some of
is a
them
personality
is
trait.
the female or even the guys that are feeding them. So, like we said, they know how to charm you and all that. So sometimes it's not even the physical that gets you into a relationship with them. They just find their way. Aisha, welcome to the program.
Or at times too. But
Yeah. Yes, that's true. Munir, welcome to the program. Yes. So, right. So I want you to educate people that are already in a relationship, in a marriage with narcissists on a way out. What is the way out? It's like you're breaking up. I can barely hear you. I'm not sure if they can hear you. Okay.
God can change him. Commit his act.
Yeah, I can hear you, but it's breaking up a little bit, like off and on, sort of. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear him? Can you type it in if you can hear him? I can hear him, but it's breaking up here and there. I'm just trying to view the comments to see what they say. If you can hear him, kindly type it in there. Let me see if the comment. Okay, somebody wrote Hajiami, how you day? Olawale. So definitely, I believe they can hear you. Hi, I can hear you. Can you guys hear him? I can hear you. You can go on. I am here. Go ahead. You can speak. You can hear me? I can hear you. Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you perfectly, Nifemi. Can you hear me? You can't hear me any longer? If you guys can hear both of us, can you type it in there so we know you can hear us? I can hear you. I can hear you. I'm not sure if they can hear you. Can you guys hear him? Hi, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you. Go on. Let me type it in maybe. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I can hear you. If you guys can hear him, can you type it in? Can you click on like and share so he knows you guys are still there? I can hear you. I think his network is pretty bad. I'm not sure if he couldn't hear me, but I could hear him. But for some reason he keeps saying hello, so probably he's not hearing me. Nifemi, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Hello? I can hear you. I'm not sure if you can not hear me. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Go ahead and talk. I can hear you. Yes. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. If you guys can hear him, can you type it in? Yes, yes,
Can
yes,
you hear me
yes.
now?
I can hear you. It seems his network is pretty bad because I can hear him. I'm not sure if he cannot hear me. If you guys can hear him, can you type it in? Yes, I can hear you. I'm standing right now. I can hear you. Yes. Can you see me? Nifemi? You can see me? Go on. Yes. Go on. Absolutely. Yes. Go on. Yes. You can go on. I think his network is pretty bad. You can just go on. I can hear you. They can hear you too. Yes. Nifemi, you can go on. I can hear you. Good. His network is pretty bad. The network is really pretty bad. Your network is so bad. I cannot hear you any longer. Yes. All right. I think my baddest attorney and reverence network is really bad. I know we plan, but God has the final say. I'm still going to try to see if his network will be better. Nicole said, narcissists do things narcissists do things to agree with you until a certain point that they feel they had enough from you or can't get anything out of your life anymore. Wow, this is mind blowing. Thank you, Nicole. Then she said, they drain you completely. And then when they see that they are no more winning in all they wish to do, they deny everything. What they said or did you just to make you, she said what they said or what they said or did just to make you feel bad about yourself. They are not easy to handle, not at all. Thank you so much, Nicole. This is mind blowing. And she said, let me see, where was I? Always try to act as victims. Absolutely. They are totally toxic and also don't try to make an effort to seek help, although they are aware they are at fault. Wow. Beautiful, Nicole. I wish I can bring you on the program to come tell people more. Okay, Nicole said she couldn't hear Nifemi. Viewers can see Brother Nifemi, but no longer hear him due to poor connections. Okay, so I believe you guys were able to view him. Nicole, that was a wonderful piece you wrote here. I wish I could just bring you up, to talk to people about narcissists because you said everything. I wish I could. I'm going to read it again word for word. So listen to what Nicole said. She stated, narcissists do things, agree with you until certain point that they feel they had enough from you. Okay, somebody's requesting to join. Okay, it's Nifemi. All right, I'm adding the baddest attorney back on my reverend. So go back and read what Nicole wrote. That is absolutely who a narcissist is. So do not keep trying. If they are not seeking mental health help, if they are refusing to see a counselor, a therapist, a doctor, a psychologist, or anything, then it's time to check out. I said that with my full chest. Okay? If not, you will keep playing that game with a narcissist. And I care about your mental health. We're adding my baddest attorney and reverend back, a very good coach who is here to educate you guys. I know you guys are still enjoying the show, even if we're having network issues. There's network issues everywhere. So thank you for bearing with us. He's back. That's okay. I can hear you now. Okay, I can't hear you any longer. I'm not sure if you guys can hear. Okay, good. I can hear you now. This network, eh? Okay. I believe his network is still pretty bad. So I think he was also trying to go into what Nicole wrote. All right. I think I cannot hear him. I'm not sure. Okay. Somebody's sending in a request to join. That's him, but he's already here. Let me X out here and see if I can bring him back. Oh, I do not see him any longer. All right. So let's read. Okay, I think he sent back a request again. So it's saying unable to add. Let me bring him in again and see. All right, it's adding him back right now. So I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you guys are still awake. If you are, write something, click on like, click on love, click on whatever you need to do so I know you guys are still there with me. Okay, he's back on right now. Okay, I'm adding my baddest attorney and Reverend Nifemi back to Her Excellency Hajia Ami's show, sharing life issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. Okay. So what Nicole wrote here was narcissists do things, agree with you until a certain point that they feel they had enough from you or can't get anything out of your life anymore. They drain you completely, and when they see that they are no more winning in all they wish to do, they deny everything. What they said or did just to make you feel bad about yourself. They are not easy to handle with. Always try to act as victims. They are totally toxic, and also don't try to make an effort to seek help, although they are aware that they are at fault. So see what I talked about? The guy in question yesterday that I said that somebody was encouraging him to continue doing his nonsense. That's a typical narcissist for you. You know, we did the show yesterday. Welcome, Dr. Fabio, the baddest doctor in the house. So we did the show yesterday about that guy. For all I care, he is a narcissist because he married her through jazz. Yes, we get it. You heard what Reverend Nifemi said. He said jazz is out there right now. People are jazzing people. Even people that are not narcissists, they jazz people. But like we talked about yesterday, the guy in question, he is a narcissist because he gaslighted her into thinking that she's the wrong one. He goes around gaslighting people to think, let me see, what did Doctor say? Doctor said, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Doctor. Welcome to Sharing Life Issues with Her Excellency Hajia Ami. Love you like Kilode. So he gaslights this girl because he feels, or this lady, because he feels, I just have to win. Nicole said it all. Nicole wrote everything down that you need to know about a narcissist. That's my love from South Africa. She wrote piece by piece. No matter what you do, they will gaslight you into thinking you're crazy. So you need to start caring about your self-worth, your self-sanity, because you cannot win with a narcissist. And if a narcissist ghosts you, know that you are a winner. Why? Because they see that they can no longer win. Because usually narcissists never like to leave anywhere. But like Reverend and my baddest attorney, Nifemi, stated, narcissists cannot keep a relationship. They move from one marriage to the other or one person to the other. This guy in question yesterday that we're talking about, news has it that he had a wife in London before he lied to the female that he jazzed here. Well, remember, he had a wife in London. He married an African-American here to do paper. Then he jazzed the Nigerian woman to do paper again because he leave Akata, make he can't jump because he get problems with him paper with Akata. So you see, they can never stay in one place. And this same guy is the guy that sleeps around with all those married women at their praying place. You know, she said the guy get trophy. Married women that were, one, like I said, husband was not here. Husband is in Nigeria. Another husband even day here. She not day for Massachusetts, but she is, in in the name, Abby, not far from Massachusetts, like less than how many hours drive to get into Massachusetts. We get children, we still get husband. Another member again that, you know, is not, well, they said she's married now, but she used to be single. She was married before and then had issues with the marriage. And, you know, she does, that one does not have baby. But he has tried all his months member. Isn't that insane? No be juju be this. So if somebody goes around, you know, doing all sort of crazy things like that, what else do you think? Of course, they're jazzing you. So, like Reverend Nifemi said, no matter how careful we can be, like I said before too, I'm a Muslim. And I believe that we try, we pray. But sometimes these evil people will get you, no matter how you pray. But one thing I want you to take from this show is, no matter what they do, if the Almighty Allah, if the Almighty God does not sign to it, it will never happen. People can claim they want to kill you. However, if God does not sign it, it will never happen. And if it happens, it's your time. So I say, Itakullah. Itakullah means fear Allah. Reverend Nifemi is a Christian. He came up and told you to fear God also. Because I believe I do have Muslim viewers, I have Christian viewers, I have other viewers that have other religion. I respect everybody's religions. We all just have to know our boundaries when it comes to that. So, for the people who are jazzing people, continue. For you that is in a narcissist relationship, you heard it from my mouth. I always educated you every day that a narcissist would never change. We love to be in love, right? But with a narcissist, you are just like in Disneyland. Because 1 minute, everything goes well. The next minute, you don't know how to do anything. So I'm begging you. Reverend Nifemi said, you need to study people. You need to be in a relationship for at least 6 months. And I disagreed with him because sometimes I believe people would hide for as long as they want to hide. So I get it. You have to study people, but no matter how you study them, some people can, you know, fake it for years. Falake said it the last time. She said people can fake it for over 2 years. People can fake whatever they want you to know. In the case of that guy now, the narcissist, who was always running around with his phone, how would you know somebody like that? Somebody who is not even comfortable to have his wife, you know, look at his phone or be beside him when he's speaking a call or be comfortable to say who his female friends are. Isn't that a problem? But like we talked about yesterday, you've seen the people he moves around with. And Zainab yesterday said he has no conscience. So the other friend he did their madness with, that he's with right now, has no conscience. So when you are with people, check your cycle. There was something I wrote this morning. Let me see if I can read it word for word, because I believe, let me find it. Let me see if I can quickly find it, and then we can just talk about it, because I like to say it's just the way it is. Okay, let's see. All right, not this one. I believe it's not this one either. I cannot find it. I wrote something this morning. I believe it states that it's better to have quality people in your life. I'm not saying it like I wrote it, but you guys can go through the page and look for it. I think Nifemi is back, or somebody is requesting to join. Okay, that's him. I've approved it. Okay, he's requesting to join back. Thank you, Dr. Udwak. Thank you, my baddest doctor. She's always here. Thank you for your support to sharing life issues with Her Excellency Haji Ami. Medina, welcome to the program. Pastor Achenu Elizabeth, welcome to the program. See, all my people are here. Okay, another person is requesting to join, but I'm adding Reverend Nifemi. Let me just add Dr. Reverend Nifemi and see what happens first. Okay. So if you guys are loving the program, if you're liking it, click on love, click on like, click on whatever you need to do so I know you guys are here. Make I do my lulubi. Okay. Nifemi is coming back in. So let's see. Yeah, I see Achenyu. I see Elizabeth. Thank you, my baddest pastor. She's giving me all the love. She said she's here. Awesome. I see my doctor, my baddest Dr. Pabio. She said she's here also. So it's adding Reverend Nifemi. Okay, we have him back on right now. Awesome. All right. Over to you. I cannot hear you though. Okay, now I can hear you.
Hello, can
Okay,
you
we
hear
can
me?
hear you now. Yes, we can hear you.
How are you?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, how are
I'm
you? How you doing?
fine. I'm still gay.
All right, it was network cool.
Yes, there's not network issues everywhere, so we get it. It's okay. It's allowed. Yes. Oh,
Yeah. So, all right, thank you.
yeah.
So as I was saying, actually, so Narcissist, you actually disagree with points.
I
Ah,
disagree with you with the saying no, with the saying the 6 months that it's okay to know someone is what I'm trying to say. That sometimes, no
yeah.
matter
You see,
how many years they'll pretend, like Nicole said, yes, we need to know people, but sometimes, Kojo, you fall for it. I
so
swear.
now, are you?
I'm saying they should study. I'm not disagreeing with you that they shouldn't study. But what I'm disagreeing with you is that for that 6 months, they cannot know who that person is what I'm saying. Because some people will be feeling blames that, oh, I should have done this, I'm the bad one. So that's why I wanted to make that clear, to clarify that even if you're with a narcissist for over 6 months, sometimes you might not see the red flags. So that's the disagreement. It's not saying that they should not be there for months or years to study these people. I believe you when you said they need to study. However, the disagreement is saying that you can never know a narcissist, is where I was saying that even if you study a narcissist, you can never know them. So I don't want our
You see,
victims to be
you see.
having that victim blame that, oh my goodness, I did something wrong. That's why I said that. And I believe Nicole wrote that too. So that was what I was just trying to bring up. That when you're dancing to their tune, you're fine. So you can never know them. You know, they're always, like you said, they always have their game up. Okay, you can talk. Let me see. I think somebody wrote some. Medina Ibrahim, welcome to the program. Let's see. I'm listening to you, Reverend. So it's not like I was disagreeing with you completely. No. The only
You see,
disagreeing was what I clarified.
someone for over 10 years in dating or relating enough. That's just the point. So that when you study someone for at least 6 months, during that your interaction guys go out on a date. Assist tendency. That is my point.
Okay, I get it now. Good. Yes.
So my point is that stay with someone for some time, like that time is the time of like oh, should I consider sin? So at that time, that is time you understand that oh, this person has this attitude, this person has this kind of tendency. So studying them for months will enable you to see, even though the person is hiding from you, is hiding the attitude, the nature, but it will surely claims will come out no matter how you try to hide it. So that is what I'm saying.
That's true. That's true. 100%. I agree with that. Let me see. Your network is getting bad again. My baddest pastor,
Thank you. So
Elizabeth,
you still have
wrote. Let me see what she wrote. Okay. Elizabeth wrote, "You are so right, Her Excellency. You can never know them within that space of time. It takes only God and you taking note of the red flags by wisdom." So this is coming from a pastor saying that you can never know them no matter what. It takes the grace of God. So Reverend Ifemi is right. Pastor Elizabeth is right. Nicole is right. So we all are going through the same directions, educating you that no matter what, with a narcissist, do not play the game, is what I would advise you to do.
only takes God and you taking notes.
Did he say something?
And you taking notes like Emmanuel Amma, you taking
Uh-oh, you're breaking up again. Right. Yes, exactly. What you said is right. That taking note. Because like you said, you would definitely find things that will trigger you. In the sense about the other case, she started knowing that she was with a narcissist because this was somebody that would hail her and praise her, call the whole family and say, oh, she's the one feeding him, she's the one doing everything for him, now became the bad wife. So you are right, Reverend and my baddest attorney, Nifemi. You are 100% right. You are going to see some trails later on when you're in that relationship with a narcissist because they cannot hide it for long. So definitely, with the case of this female that I was talking about yesterday, this woman did everything and then started seeing his nature, that he was a narcissist, because he would want to say, okay, I want to use your credit card. I want to do this. She would let him have it. And when she started questioning, okay, when am I going to have my money back? Then he started bringing out the narcissist life to show her who he really was. At first, he was kissing her ass. You know, he would go and make her tea. He would even give her a shower. He would do everything because if she said jump, he would jump. Later on, he started, you know, bringing himself out because she's like, okay, I know I've been giving you money for free to use for yourself. However, these are other monies that you claimed you want to borrow. I need my money back. And that was when he really started showing her who he was. I think I see some writings. Let me just check. Okay. Pastor Achenu stated, and I think as a lady slash woman, if you must know and be able to identify a narcissist, you must not be desperate. Absolutely. And sometimes it's not that they're actually even desperate. It's just that these narcissists have already brainwashed them. Olayinka Adebayo, welcome to the program. So I'm begging you, like my baddest attorney already said, Let me see if I can bring him back to the program. Or I think, let me see, he would drain back. So do not play with a narcissist. If you're playing a game with them, if you're ready to play a game, you have to play for the rest of your life. I know some people will say, oh, we have children together. Your children will grow up to be narcissists too. I'm sorry to say, I have to say it as it is. You know me, they talk through as EDB. Okay, I see my baddest sister from Ilorin joining. She wrote something. She's in Abuja, but I know she is my sister from Kwara. Let me see what she wrote. She stated, let's see. I believe I saw something that came in just now. She said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Haji Ami. Yes, Amina alaikum salam, my darling sis. Welcome to the program. Okay, let me see if you guys have any questions. Start sending them in. I'm just trying to read what people wrote. My pastor, Elizabeth, she wrote, never say let me enjoy it while it lasts. Since I'm just out from a heartbreak, I never assume God will change him. It's just time. Share when I day here. Could I Jim Magana ko? Share and borrow. The person we talk now, pastor. She said me kuna japa. Japa, when you hear japa, that means run. It was on my show that me too, I know what japa means. It's on this same show that I knew about jazz. I don't know. Say I hear what, but you walk back, I hear what. So, no matter your tajud, no matter your night vigil, there are still people out there doing jazz. It's the grace of God. So don't stand there and say, ha ha ha, Olon Timoile. But what I want to tell you, like my baddest pastor, Elizabeth, said, is do not even think about wasting your time there. Japa, because they would never change. A narcissist has no room to change, to go anywhere. Okay? And like Nicole said, my baddest South African sister, no matter how you play with a narcissist, you are the crazy one. They would say things that they would deny. This guy that we talked about yesterday on that show, he has a lot of things that even if I do program every day, we won't finish with his case. But the people that he's recruiting to be blackmailing this girl, he already gave this girl other things about those people. You'll be surprised to even know that this guy, in this America, some people will say, oh, you can be polygamous. You cannot be polygamous in America. If you marry two people in America, you can go to jail. Straight up, and then go deport you. They happen like that. America will care about your citizenship. They can revoke it at any damn time. So let's be guarded when we're talking about polygamy. People do it because they hide their things here. However, I know I talked about polygamy yesterday, but I just wanted to clarify myself here to let you know that American law in America, be a double samu mata biu ko uku mata kade ni America allows. Òfin America obìnrin kan nìkan ní America ń fẹ́ kí ọkùnrin ní, bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ́ ọkùnrin nìkan ló ń fẹ́ kí obìnrin náà ní. Kuma na cewa idan ke ma na mace ne bai kamata ki aure maza biyu ba a America. So I'm just clarifying because yesterday I know I talked about polygamy and then remembered that because I was talking to my African viewers, mostly African viewers. I know I do have my viewers here. I do see all my Jamaican queens. I do see all my Kenyan queens. I do see all my Ethiopian queens. I see my American queens here. But these people, most of my queens here, know how to get all these narcissists because they don't see what all these crazy people, we don't show them paper. That's why they know. Or they happen to work with the system and know about things like that. I did not know about all of this until I started working with my job. before I knew how all these things go on. Remember, in Africa, we can take everything. If they slap you massive because saying I love person, they love you. So I just wanted to clarify because I know some people will write, you're a Muslim, you're allowed to have 4 wives. No, in America, they don't go by that system here. You're not allowed to have 4 wives in America. You're allowed to only have 1 wife in America. And by the time the states finds out you've married more than 1 person, wife or husband, though, now jail, you won't carry yourself, go with that. So let's be guarded. I just wanted to make sure I clarified that. So that Bobo, where I talk about yesterday, where I say in the enroll people, the person where he enroll, he has given all with our data, all other people's data about how they do their own parole, even with our voices, screenshots, video, everything day. So not be saying that only him he go Cuba, even if he thinks saying go Japan, go Canada, because I hear, as I dare here, they hear things. Even if say he thinks say he go Japan, go London, because he marry, he lied to this girl, say he don't divorce the woman, the wife for London. Remember, he did not divorce that wife in London when he got married to Akata. And at the same time, his paper has issues with Akata because immigration, they see, say, wahala dey there. That's why he leave Akata, rush come Nigerian woman place. You see, this girl help her and finish. Where she not even know say na jazz, they take jazz how. But he, including the paper and everything, he was bargaining her money and, stealing other things from her. She helped him. He was using all her money to advance, to take classes, to improve himself, of which, hey, who wouldn't want to help their own partner? But at the end of the day, she saw that he was abusing it. Then she's like, you did not tell me you've charged my credit card again. That was where he started showing his narcissist trail. So remember, if you are doing whatever they want, they would love you forever. But in this case, his jazz was fading too. Remember, he jazzed her. For the people that don't know what jazz is voodoo. Voodoo is like when somebody goes to, how do you call it? I don't even know what they call them. I believe it's a psychic or something, that they do some kind of spiritual thing on you, like some evil concussion, I believe. I believe that's what we call it. And have them, controlling you, that you do not know that you're being controlled. I think another person wrote something. So if you do have questions, keep putting them in. Let me see. Okay, I thought I saw something from the pastor. Okay, no. All right, so if they jazz you, yes, you cannot be doing things that you know about, Hidayat said, may Allah prevent us from coming across them. Allahumma ami, all of us should always pray. Allahumma ami. Torí kò sí ẹ̀dá tí ó lè sá fún àwọn people yìí. Kò sí. My own prayer, like Hidayat said, is for you and I not to be victims. Because no matter how prayerful you are, kò sí ẹni tí ò lè mú t'Ọlọ́run bá fi wọ́n lẹ̀. I still believe pé Allah nìkan l'Ọlọ́run ọba. It's only God. Believe in any way Allah kede ni fi iabu. Only God. But at the same time, ayé wà. Ngbà tí mo ṣí program yìí ni mo tó mọ̀ pé jazz wà láyé. I did not know about things like that before. But this sharing life issues with Her Excellency Haji Ami is really opening up a lot and bringing a lot of things I was not even aware of. Mojuba for you. Thank you for all the love, my lovely sister Idaya. So I'm begging you guys, the people that go around laughing and mocking people that ha ha ha, she don't enter one chance. You too go enter if you know they're careful. Nobody may be say in Kautisha Larry. So if you like, be laughing. Your own day is coming. And for you, the victims, I'm standing here. Let me get up. I'm boldly standing and telling you today that do not feel bad. Say you see us, I fine. Do not feel bad about yourself. Chest up and move on. But while you do that, remember to save other people with your story. Do not hide your story. There is nothing that has happened to you and I that has not happened to someone out there before. So do not be ashamed of your story. Ẹ má rò pé nǹkan ti ṣe yín tí kò tí ì ṣe ẹlòmíì. Kò sí nǹkan tí ó ń bẹ lábẹ́ ọ̀run tí ò tí ì ṣẹlẹ̀ rí. So, chest out, fix yourself, and save the nation. Okay? Do not sit there and keep crying. It's okay to cry. Remember, I'm not one of those motivational speakers that will tell you cannot cry. It's always okay to cry. However, when you are done crying, get up and pick up your crown and put it on. If you're a guy, put on that crown. If you are a female, put on that crown. Remember what we said. It's all these narcissist people. It's not only men. It's not only women. They kunta rekbete lo mode lagba o kunta rekbete kono ma jeki ari won, just like my sister Idayat said. So abin da na ce wai ne wai mutanen nan suna nan a waje, kar Allah dai ya sa mu gansu ne. Muna tajud, muna addu'a, muna sadaka, muna azumi. An gbawe an ṣe tajud. Yo ni pe ki ọ̀tá bá fẹ́ kọ́wọ́ ọ̀tá bá fẹ́ báyìí pé kó mọ́ báyìí. Ṣùgbọ́n do not stop praying. In the case of that sister, it's prayer that kept destabilizing everything. Because even Pata, this guy, they wash for him at first. They even give him shower. They do tea for her. He go kitchen, go prepare some smoothie for her. All na lie. At the end of the day, when Allah wanted to expose him, everything, she lets it. Sometimes when you pray, even when they bewitch you, when you pray, you will see that environment will be so unconducive that person would have to run away from you. So do not forget to if you're a Christian, continue with your night vigil. Don't say, oh, I cannot wake up at night. Those night prayers are good. If you're Muslim, even if it's 2 rak'ah, do your tahajjud. And remember, like I said, no matter how you pray, kí Ọlọ́run bá ní wàá já sí kòtò àwọn people yìí, kò sí ni. Coming yaya muke àdúrà, idan Allah ya ce we will come across people like that. It will happen. But me, I always have this belief that sometimes God lets things happen to you, so he will open other ways for you. And sometimes he keeps you inside that trial to see if you're going to run to him or if you run away from him. So if you have questions, send them in so that we can treat that. Idaya said, Wallahi, you are saying the truth, Hajia. Absolutely, my love. You know? So, àwọn ẹlòmíì á máa rẹ́rìn-ín pé ha, wọ́n ti mú. Kò sí ẹni tí Ọlọ́run lè jẹ́ kó mú. But like I said, agbára Ọlọ́run pa nìkan ni ká bẹ̀rù. A gbà pé ayé wà, a dẹ̀ kí yín. Ṣùgbọ́n, let's all do things with the fear of God. Because bó jẹ́ ká, bó jẹ́ ire, gbogbo ẹ̀ ń bọ̀ á gbẹ̀san. So whatever you're doing, always remember to have the fear of Allah. Itaqullah. Because whether you like it or not, whatever you do, you will get all the results. So again, send your questions here. If you don't have any questions, I would like to wrap it up. If you have questions, let me know. So that way we can end the program for today. Reverend Nifemi, thanks for coming up. I do not see you on anymore. For all those that participated, thank you. And for all those that are watching me that are not commenting, remember, we have to do this together. I get it. Sometimes you might not be a public speaker, but you have to know that there are other ways you can contribute. Okay? There are other ways that you can contribute into helping people, into changing that life. So, and for you enablers, I give you Tabatiyada. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Tabatiyada abi labi wa tabba. Ma agna anhu ma lahu wa ma kasab. Sayasla naran zat lahabi. Wa mrahatuhu mallat al-hatabi. Fi jijin hablu min masad. Oluwa Yemisi Afolabi, welcome to the program. So, Ilafi Kureshi, if you'll be waiting, if you are busy doing something bad, I pray to God to expose you. And for all of you that enable people like that, remember you have children. Remember you have, what do you call, sisters, brothers. Okay? I want to read something that I have for you today. There's this screenshot that says, I was reading the Quran and it reminds me of you. And the person said, oh, really? It says, which surah? Surah to Munafikun. Tobaje Munafiki. Tobaje Imam. Tobaje Afa. Tobaje member. Tobaje PRO. Remember, God is watching. Tobaje pastor. I have to pick this call. It's my sister. Hello, my paper. Okay, bye-bye. Family comes first, okay? So I have to always respect that. If I'm here cleaning the streets, I should make sure my home is good too, right? So, you see, say, I get people who love me too much. So, like I told you earlier on, when I started the show today, they reported my page. They reported sharing life issues with Her Excellency Ajia Ami, so that Facebook will block it. But guess what? Facebook did not block it because they know, say, now truth they tell you now. So let them keep trying. Every day, they always try to block this account. Every day. I'm not getting a dime from Facebook, so I don't care about them. I care about you and I. That's why I always open it. Okay, so Remy, I'll always show. Come rain, come shine. It done cool mutanina kukachewe, you did by my back. I would always be here. Yes, I can only be here if Allah said I'll be here. I'm a Muslim and I believe I can die at any given time. I used to fear death, but not anymore. Ever since I lost my brother, like I told you guys, right? He's right here. Ever since I lost him, I don't fear death anymore. I used to be scared. But I want you guys to know that in Kati Allah Baba ni kole sheda, no matter how they try. Why me? Yes, they will try, but God has the final say. So if they do something to you, if they do any assassin to you, it's only Allah, only God. Assassin is like when they jazz you. Only Allah that would permit that to happen. She said, Surah Al-Munafiqun, our enemy of progress. Thank you, my love. So, don't say because you are afraid of people, you will not say the truth. Always say the truth. I want to be that mother. I have 2 wonderful children. If anything happens to me tomorrow, I want them to say, my mother was a fighter. My mother cleaned the street. My mother was not, my mother was halal. That's what I want. That's the legacy I want to leave because that's what I saw with my own mother. So I'm begging you. Yes, we have to be careful. But at the same time, we have to start speaking. So do not say, because you're afraid that somebody would harm you, you would not say the truth. Do not go and look for trouble. I'm not telling you to go there and look for trouble. Because even God said, stay in your lane and let the devil stay in their lane. However, if they come to your lane, is what I'm saying, that you need to fight back. I always make reference with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When he was in Mecca, he had to leave to Medina. The same thing happened when, I found that I couldn't make changes in some places. And my uncle told me the same thing. He said, I know you always crave for people to do the right thing, but there are some people, no matter what you do, they would never change. Just like my brother, Taufik Bello, yesterday stated, my baddest doctor. He said that he has seen adults that don't have sense. So sometimes you get sense from Omode, Agbalagba, Mojuba Fiyo, but sometimes some Agba no get sense. So watch out for people that you are getting advice from. And I hope you guys have questions. If you do not have questions, we're going to end the show here. Thank you all for buying your data. And let me know if you need me to clarify some things. Oh yeah, put your lighters up if you know say you could represent. Wow, okay, you get the evidence. Too much of social media no be real life, but confirm. I dey verify. One of my members said, Aja, you dey verify too much. Look at me head to toe. Come here to play. I don't come here to play. Est-ce que les si les one et c'est vrai qu'on a come take una baby. Est-ce que les si les tout. Wow, okay, you get the evidence. Social media no be real life, but confirm. Social media no be real life, okay? So always verify. I'm on verify. Never fresh is impossible. Any competition we take qualify. Make I get the clean up, make I sanitize. All right. They say Aboki they dance to the beat. Confirm. All right. Wow, okay, we get the evidence. Too much ọpọlọ onto intelligence. Confirm. We dey verify. Bye. Love you all.